So, welcome to topic 2, matters of life and death. In this topic we shall cover several main sections: the belief that there is another life after death, and what evidence some people provide as proofs of the hereafter. We shall also be covering the sanctity of life, that life is holy and belongs to God, and how this affects issues such as euthanasia and abortion. Finally, how these issues are dealt with in the media. Again, key words come with this topic. It's important that you know all the key words and are able to refer to them in the A-style questions. So, let's get started. People refer to body and soul, divided into the physical and spiritual. We know that our physical bodies die, but does our spiritual side of us live on after the body's death? Some people believe it does, but why? Why do Christians believe in life after death? How does their beliefs about life and death affect their lives? Christians believe that there is something more, and this belief stems from the Bible and what it says about Jesus. Reasons why. Jesus told the thief on the cross that he would see him in paradise. This is a clear statement that there is a heaven. Jesus rose from the dead on the third day. This is celebrated by Christians at Easter. Jesus told the apostles to pray to God in heaven, meaning that there is a heaven for God to be in. The church teaches it. You can hear it in church services. It is in the church creeds, the statements that Christians make about their faith, even in prayer, our God in heaven. So how does believing in life after death affect a Christian's life? Well, they try to be good and not to sin, so they get into heaven. They pray to God in heaven. They may attend church and follow church teachings. They have a hope that there is more. Muslims share the belief that there's another life after this one, though of course their reasons are quite different from Christians and focuses on Muhammad and the Quran. Reasons why. The Quran teaches that those who are good will go to paradise. In the Quran, Surah 78:11, it says, "Verily the day of sorting is a thing appointed, the day that the trumpet shall be sounded, and ye shall come forth in crowds, and the heaven shall be opened as if they were doors." Muhammad told his followers that they would go to paradise. Muslims are also taught that Allah will judge them, whether they will go to heaven or hell. The Quran also teaches that Allah will be merciful and only send the worst people to hell. So, let's consider how believing in life after death may affect a Muslim. They will be good, so they go to paradise. They may go on Hajj, which is a pilgrimage to Mecca. They will pray to Allah and keep the 5 pillars, the 5 things, key things, that Muslims should do to be a good Muslim. Lastly, they have a hope that there is more. A lot of people who don't believe in God and religion do, however, believe that there is something more for them after they die. These people usually refer to several sources as proof. What evidence is there? For some people, near-death experiences are evidence. Those stories that some people say they have when they have been pronounced medically dead. Stories that tell of a corridor and them drifting towards a bright light. In some stories, they have met with deceased family members and loved ones. Ghosts. We're all aware of ghost stories, haunted houses, things that go bump in the night. Are those spirits, the souls of those who have died? Some people see this as evidence. Mediums. Those people who can contact dead spirits. These are often referred to as psychics, those who claim that dead spirits speak and pass on messages to loved ones. Evidence of reincarnation. Several cases have been documented of where it's believed the soul has been recycled into a body, into a different life. Let's now consider how this evidence could affect someone's belief in life after death. Well, it appears to provide proof in life after death. By so many people having similar experiences, it gives it credibility. Believing in life after death may provide comfort to those who have been bereaved had a loved one die. Lastly, people don't have to follow a particular religion to believe in life after death. We will now consider why some people do not believe in life after death. Many people say that there is no evidence for life after death. Apart from religious stories, no one has come back from death and said that there is a heaven. Where could heaven and hell be? Telescopes have charted the stars, but not found either of these places. Despite our medical knowledge, no one has located the soul. Is it really there? Which versions of life after death are true? There seem to be so many of them from so many different religions. Can it mean that they're all true, or none of them are true? Life after death is just an idea created to comfort people. We hate the idea that one day we will stop, forever. The idea of life after death controls people's behaviour in this life. Maybe only some people act the way they do because they want to go to heaven and are scared of hell. In the exam, you may be asked to show that you have an awareness of the laws that surround abortion. So, what is abortion? Abortion is the removal of a fetus from the womb before it can survive. The British law says several things about abortion. 2 doctors have to sign to say that the pregnancy would endanger the physical or mental health of the woman or her existing family. Abortion is legal up to 24 weeks, but in rare situations it can occur later in the pregnancy. Many people find the issue of abortion controversial. People disagree as to when life begins. Abortion involves death of a fetus. People have to consider who has the right to end a life. And lastly, what rights does a woman have over her own body? Should she be able to decide whether a child grows within it? Christian attitudes to abortion. Generally, Christians believe that abortion is wrong. Life is sacred and holy, and that lives only belong to God. There are 2 main Christian attitudes. The first, abortion is always wrong and never acceptable. Groups such as fundamentalists and Roman Catholics believe this. The second attitude is that it is wrong but allowable in some circumstances. This is normally put forward by liberal Protestants. Let's look at the reasons why there are these 2 different approaches. Life is a gift from God. Only God can give life. Let's look at the reasons why there are 2 different approaches. Reasons for believing it's always wrong. For many Christians, life is a gift from God. Only God can give life, therefore it is precious. That life begins at conception. That's when the egg and the sperm first meet. Because God is the one who gives life, only God can take a life. And lastly, it breaks the commandment, you shall not kill. Reasons for believing it's allowable in some circumstances. For instance, if medical treatment of the mother results in abortion, this is known as the principle of double effect. An example of this is a cancer growth is removed, but at the same time an embryo needs to be removed too. If the pregnancy is problematical, for example the result of rape, An abortion may be the lesser of two evils to inflict upon the mother. Lastly, God is loving. God will understand the mother's reason for wanting an abortion. Muslim attitudes to abortion. These are very similar to the Catholic point of view in general terms, though especially in regard to how they view the sanctity of life. There are two main Muslim attitudes. The first, abortion is always wrong and never acceptable. The second, it is wrong but allowable before the baby is felt moving, at 120 days or 40 days. The difference is because not all Muslims believe the same thing as to when Allah places the soul into the unborn child. Reasons for believing it is always wrong. Life is a gift from God. Life begins at conception. Only God can take a life. It breaks the teachings in the Quran not to kill. A useful quote is from the Quran, 5:32. Whosoever has killed a soul, it is as though he has murdered all of mankind. Reasons for believing it is allowable in some circumstances. If medical treatment of the mother results in abortion, again this principle of double effect. If the pregnancy is problematical, the result of rape, then abortion may be the lesser of two evils, before the fetus receives the soul. Euthanasia. So, what is euthanasia and why is it controversial? Euthanasia is the painless killing of someone dying from a painful disease. In British law, euthanasia and assisted suicide are illegal in the UK, as it is seen as murder or assisting in someone's death. Why is it controversial? Different people have different beliefs. If you are religious, you believe in the sanctity of life. Who has the right to end a life? Who should make that decision? What is a good quality of life? Someone disabled may be seen as having a poor standard of life, but maybe not from their perspective. Should doctors end lives? They promise to protect them in the Hippocratic Oath, the oath that doctors take to do no harm. What right should a sick person have over their own body? Christian attitudes to euthanasia. All Christians believe that euthanasia is wrong, but they have different opinions on switching off life support machines and using drugs that kill pain, but which also reduce life expectancy. There are three different points of view we shall examine. The first, those Christians who follow the Bible to the letter, called fundamentalist Christians, a minority in comparison to the whole of Christianity, so fundamentalists. Euthanasia, including switching off life support machines and using drugs that kill pain and reduce life expectancy, is always wrong. Life is a gift from God, and human beings do not have the right to end life. Most Christians. Euthanasia is wrong, but life support machines can be switched off and drugs that shorten life expectancy can be used to treat pain. God is God of love and wouldn't want people to suffer. These actions may be the lesser of two evils. And Roman Catholics. Roman Catholics believe life support machines can only be switched off if the person is brainstem dead. In this situation, drugs that speed death aren't necessary. Attitudes to euthanasia according to Muslims. Muslim attitude. All Muslims believe that euthanasia is always wrong as it constitutes suicide, and suicide is a sin which will send you to hell. The reasons for this attitude are: life is a gift from Allah. Only Allah can take life. It breaks the teaching in the Quran not to kill. The Hadith, the sayings of Muhammad, teaches against suicide. A Muslim who is euthanized or helps someone die will go to hell.
Got a baby to ask you, Paul. problem. I need your help to fix it. Why'd you just tell her? Come on, spill it. She's leaving anyway in a few days. Gonna have to go with the truth, Dennis. No choice.
You've got about 10 seconds to start talking, buddy, and then I'm out of here. How do you know this stuff from my life with Frank?
That sound crazy. Try her.
Try.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to hospital for a routine operation, but there was complications, and I died. It's true. I can prove it. He's here right now with us.
You know what? Just stop. What you're doing, it's cruel.
How else would I know all the things I know?
You must have known Frank. I don't know. Maybe you were his dentist.
Ask me something else then. Something that I couldn't possibly know.
How did it get like you?
Please. One question, and if I get it wrong, you'll never see me again.
Frank used to have this nightmare over and over. He'd wake up in tears, and he never told anybody else about it but me. What was it?
He's 8 years old.
Sorry, what?
Frank. In his dream. The real one. And he's walking in the woods with his dad. He's holding hands, but then suddenly his dad's not there. He tries to find his way back. The way he came, but he keeps ending up back where he started. That's his nightmare. He's lost, and he can't find his way home. I think my ride's here.
Do you still see him?
He found his way home.